Tomi Lahren, or Tomi Lahren, however the hell you say her name, chose a beta. She chose a beta guy. This, whatever the hell his name is. Something Frick. What the fuck is his name? Gary Flick? Peter Flick? I don't know. Peter Frick? I don't know how to say the guy's name. I don't know his name. His last name is Frick. But this guy's a beta, right? So obviously this is coming after her releasing her follow-up video. I guess you could call it an apology, or it's kind of a clarification, or however the hell she would, categorize it. But the irony is this, if a famous guy came out and said, all women are trash, his career would be over. His career would be over. If, I don't know, who's hot? Fucking Paul Rudd, who's a hot celebrity? I don't even know these guys' names anymore. Paul Rudd or someone along those lines. Captain Marvel, America, whatever the fuck, right? If one of these guys came out, did an Instagram video and said, all women are trash, they'd never work again. They'd lose their job. They'd get canceled in a second. But yet Tomi Lahren can come out and say all men are trash. And then she comes around and says, oh, well, I don't mean all men are trash. I was talking about boys. I just need to clarify, she can make adjustments to her wordage after the fact, after she gets the backlash, right? What a fucking phony PC cancel culture we live in. As long as it's a female, they can do whatever they want, right? Say whatever they want, and they're empowered. They're always right. I mean, no wonder women walk around with impunity. No wonder our women walk around like their shit doesn't stink. No wonder our women, none of them have any character. None of them are honest. None of them, because they don't have to be. Right? What is it to spoil a child? When you raise a child and you don't discipline that child grows up a tyrant. That child grows up to think they're the boss. Hey, I can do whatever the hell I want and I get no backlash. Right? I'm the boss. Well, this is what women think. Tomi Lahren isn't frazzled. She isn't scared of losing her job. She isn't, genuinely apologetic. Right? She's not frazzled at all. She's, oh, girl, whatever. I said what I said. This is her attitude. This is the female's attitudes. Right? Well, let me clarify. I didn't mean all men. I just meant the boys. Well, who's a boy then, Tomi Lahren? Who's a boy? Anybody who doesn't fit your fucking high-ass standards is a boy, right? Anybody who disagrees with you is a boy, right? What the fuck is this? What is this, the playground or something? Women just do not grow up. This is a 28-year-old child. And then she wonders why she can't find a quality man. It's so fucking obvious. What quality charactered man in his right mind, whether he's successful or not, what man with self-esteem is going to choose somebody like you with your tyrant narcissist attitude? Tomi Lahren, who wants that? Who needs that? Why? Just because you got some nice pussy or something? It's so retarded. Hello? Knock, 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 earth to Tomi Lahren, or reality to Tomi Lahren, reality to all these dumb bitches who wonder why they can't find good men. All they get are betas like Peter Frick, or whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Now this guy's successful. He's good looking. But he's beta. He's beta. Now I got to salute and give my props to Mr. Richard Cooper of Entrepreneur in Cars. This video is sort of inspired by his video where he's talking about Tomi Lahren's clip where she comes in and clarifies whatever the hell she was talking about, right? Clarifies, and he does a little bit of research. It's actually from, I think it's called Richard Cooper Clips. It's from his YouTube channel under that name, and it's like a 10-minute clip from a podcast or whatever that he did from a longer podcast, and he's talking about how this guy's a beta. He's talking about how this guy slid into her DMs and like defended her against something she's, you know, some backlash she took against Glenn Beck or some bullshit, right? So he slid into her DMs and like, oh, you know, tried to say some orbiter shit. Like, what's an orbiter? What does an orbiter do? Classic male orbiter. What do these guys do? They comment dumb bullshit on a girl's social media. Oh, baby, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're perfect. Oh, you could never do anything wrong. Seriously, this is the kind of comments these guys make, right? That's classic orbiter verbiage. Do alpha males, do bad boys say that type of shit? Hell no. Do guys who have lots of options with women ever say anything like that? Compliment a woman? Do they ever compliment a woman? Fuck no. No. Why would they need to? She's vying for his attention. That's the mindset of a high value male, of a prize frame, a male in prize frame mentality, prize frame aura. Okay, right? He doesn't need to give her compliments. Not to say no man shouldn't ever give women compliments. There's a time and place if you love somebody and you want to say something nice to them. But if you don't even know that person, and you're giving them compliments, and you're showering them with attention, like, it's just fucking retarded, these guys. You know, who, how do you even get that way? I don't even know, like, who raised you? Like, how do you even get that way? It's always boggled me, like, why? Oh, you're so good. Like, oh, like, do you realize there's a million porn videos out there? Like, why would I need to tell a girl something she already knows? She knows she's beautiful. She knows guys want to fuck her. She knows she's hot. Why would I need to tell her something she already knows, first of all? Second of all, what do you think you're actually going to accomplish with that bullshit? What do you think you're going to accomplish by telling a woman she's beautiful on social media? She's not even going to, she'll probably like or love your I mean, like, imagine being so thirsty as a man. Imagine being so bereft of, and being so lonely. I mean, whether you're lonely or horny or whatever is beside the point. You still don't post shit just so you can get a reaction. Why? Because it's futile. First of all, it makes you look weak. Like, she knows damn well she's never gonna fuck you. She knows you're just some dude on the internet. She knows damn well she wouldn't even talk to you or give you the time of day in real life. And yet you post some thirst comment, some beta orbiter comment. Oh, you're so hot. I love you. Like, and then when she love reacts your comment, she love react my comment. Like, what are you, fucking 5? Are you like, grow the fuck up, man, and get some balls, get some self-esteem, man. Seriously, get some self-esteem. These guys kill the game. These guys kill it for us because they gas her up. They gas these girls up. They pump up their heads, and they just think, I'm so special. I got all these orbiters. Like, these fucking guys. Anyway, so he slid into her DMs, right? And he said some orbiter comment like, keep your head up. I know Glenn Beck, you're special and you're beautiful. He calls her beautiful or something. So he gives her a comp. So he's beta off the bat. The first fucking comment. First of all, you know, it's kind of beta to slide into a girl's DMs a little bit. Like, real alpha shit, real alpha men are not going to be online trying to hit up women. That's low-hanging fruit. Or I wouldn't even say it's low-hanging fruit. It just doesn't really work. The reason why is because there's beta dudes everywhere. These thirsty male orbiters. That's why they call it orbiters. If you are contacting a woman in any way, shape, or form on social media, I'd say unless you've already had sex with her, you're probably going to be considered an orbiter. If it doesn't lead anywhere, you're in the friend zone, dude, and you're an orbiter, and that's no good for nobody. It's not good for her because all it's doing is pumping up her ego, pumping up her narcissism. Oh, I got all these orbiters. I got guys in my inbox asking me on dates and telling me I'm so beautiful and they'd marry me and all this simp shit, which is what they're doing, right? And I guess she kind of curbed him at first. She ignored him for a while, and then I think later on, I forget what happened, but she found out he was a pro sports player or something like that. And he is a good-looking dude, but he's beta. He's a pro sports player, and so they eventually hooked up and went on dates or whatever. And this is how these girls roll. They're, as far as like, they're not above dating. They'll date a guy. But she's still in that phase where she thinks she can get an alpha. She's still looking for that top tier guy. She hasn't hit the wall, even though she's 28. She's starting to hit the wall. She's starting to realize, or she's starting to get to that point where she's soon going to be realizing, oh, okay, I can't be chasing these chads. I can't be chasing these alphas. I'm going to get burned. Because here's the thing. Here's why Tomi Lahren is never going to be happy in a relationship. She's never going to have the kind of relationship that she thinks that she wants, or the kind of guy that she's actually chasing. She's never going to have that because, first of all, her attitude is fucked, right? Her attitude is selfish, solipsistic, narcissistic, all of the above, right? First of all, that's just obvious off the bat. Like, she's a diva. She has that diva attitude, and nobody wants to be married to a diva. Nobody wants to have a relationship with a diva. No quality guy. Divas get yes men. They get yes men. So and she's got the fame and the riches to back it up. She's worth a couple million. She's gonna get a yes man at some point. She will get a yes man, and she'll probably go through 3 or 4 divorces until she hits 50 and realizes, oh shit, it was me. I'm the problem. Oops. Right, but she's got another 20 years of fucking wasting time and fucking around, taking dick, jumping in and out of relationships, probably have a couple marriages. She's got another 20 years of that until she realizes, oh shit, I'm the problem. If she realizes it ever at all. Many women don't, right? It can never be you, right? But here's what Tomi Lahren did with this guy, right? So she dated him, and they'll do that. They will date around, but he's beta. He's beta, right? He just is. He inboxed her, right? And here's how I know he's beta. She dumped him. How long ago was it? 6 months ago? A year ago? I don't know. Long time ago, right? Go on his Twitter today, as you're listening to this, today, and look at his Twitter. He's retweeting tweets of hers. He's still supporting her after she dumped him. That's how you know this dude's beta as fuck, right? He's an orbiter, whether he fucked her or not. I mean, she's obviously a man eater. I'm sure they fucked, but I mean, like, she messed around with him. He's a good-looking dude. He's successful. She played around with the idea of being with him, but he's beta. His attitude, she can't take it. So she's not. When she said all men are trash, first of all, how could that guy be trash, right? He's successful, and this is a guy that she was engaged to this guy. He's successful, played sports, running for office or something like that, running for state legislator or whatever the fuck, right? That's a successful dude. That guy's not trash. The only thing you could argue and say is trash about him is his beta behavior, his sort of subservient yes man behavior. Maybe. So what happens when a man is like that? What happens when a man acts beta? Basically, he's acting feminine, right? So what happens in that scenario? Here's what happens in that scenario. The man loses value. He loses value in the eyes of the woman. When you lose value in the eyes of a woman, you lose attraction. She is no longer attracted to you when you lose value. When you act feminine, when you act beta, you lose value. She's no longer attracted to you, meaning her pussy's dried up. She doesn't want to fuck you anymore. She doesn't want to date you anymore. Okay? So that's why they broke up. And they were engaged. So whatever happened, he started to act feminine. He started to behave feminine. And that's when their relationship broke up. So she doesn't even though he's probably a great guy as far as like success, and he's probably well-mannered, and he's a perfect guy, but he's not alpha. He doesn't take charge. He doesn't lead. He's subservient in some way, and he's beta. And she still thinks she's hot shit. She hasn't hit the wall yet. She doesn't have any kids. She doesn't have any baggage. She doesn't need, at this point in her life, 28, she doesn't need to settle down. And with her attitude, she may never settle down. She may continue to think that she's the hottest shit and she needs the alpha guy, and she'll continue to have these fucked up relationships because she doesn't realize that she has an attitude problem. She doesn't realize that she's not a kind person. She's not a normal, nice person. She's a bitch. She's your typical thought, your typical narcissistic bitch. And it's funny because she's like, don't put me in with the Tatianas. The only thing that differentiates her attitude, her diva, narcissistic attitude, and the Tatiana's attitude is her money and her fame. That's it. And that's really what she's talking about, because she acts just like them. Look at her attitude. Like, maybe she's articulate somewhat. Maybe she's somewhat well-spoken. Maybe she's been to college. I don't know her whole story, right? She probably has been to college. She's probably a college graduate. Maybe graduated in communications. Maybe graduated in political science. Maybe graduated in journalism. Whatever the fuck, right? But look at her attitude. Look at the way she acts. You know, she's just like those Tatianas. The only difference between her and those Tatianas is her fame and her bank account. She has the same solipsistic, narcissistic, God's gift attitude that those thoughts do. Right? So I don't think she was making that video about him at all. I think he's probably a great guy. And she probably actually on many levels, she actually respects him. She actually respects that guy, that Frick or whatever the hell I forgot his first name, Brian Frick or Ben Frick or whatever the fuck. Anyway, something Frick, right? She probably on a couple different levels respects that guy, but she's not talking about him. And this is where women just have this disconnect to real reality. They don't even see, because they haven't. Women can't take the red pill. They can't accept the red pill. They always got to argue against it. Their solipsistic nature, they can't accept the fact that this is how they are. If you're not an alpha, you may as well not exist. If you're not a hot guy, if you're not on the top tier of looks, money, status, you may as well not exist. She says all guys are trash, even though clearly the guy that she was engaged to was not at all trash. He's successful, good looking, well dressed, right? Guy's not trash. So, what is this? What she's talking about are the guys who pump and dump her. The guys that she dumped Mr. Frick for. That's who she's talking about. That's who she's talking about in her all men are trash videos. Again, if you're not an alpha, if you're not a Chad, if you don't have the highest value, you don't exist. If you're not really good looking, if you're not chiseled abs and hot, you don't exist in these women's minds. You might as well be invisible. She's not talking about Frick. She's talking about the Chads. She's not talking about everybody else. All the guys who really want to love her, all the guys who would give her and women like her a great relationship. It doesn't matter. They don't care about that. All of this Hollywood nonsense is really just that. It's nonsense. What it really comes down to is looks, money, status. Period. The end. Period. This whole, I want love and I want a guy to come sweep me off my feet. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's not true. What they really want is a guy with resources, a guy with status and fame, and a guy who's good looking, dresses well. That's it. He's in good shape. That's it, man. That's all they want. Period. The end. And they'll call it love, and they'll slap a label of love on that when it's anything but love. It's selfishness. That's just yourself. That's it's lust is what it really is. It's selfish desire. You know, if a man's like, oh man, she's got the greatest ass, she's got great tits, you know, she's beautiful, I love her, like, that's it? Just because she's got a great, like, that's the equivalent of what of looks, money, status. But even then, like, guys have a lower standard. We have lower bar than women do. We don't require our women to make money. We don't give a fuck if Tomi Lahren is rich. Right? This is why she dumped him. This is why she broke it off with that guy, because he's beta. But the reason she even dated him in the first place is because he has all this money. The reason she even dated him in the first place is because he's successful, or else she wouldn't have given him the time of day. She wouldn't have opened up those sugar walls for anybody else. But she couldn't marry the dude because he's beta. And she still thinks she wants to beg an alpha. She wants that guy who she can chase. She wants the mysterious guy who has other options. She doesn't want the supplicating nice guy. At least not right now, because she doesn't have any baggage. She hasn't hit the wall. She's not on her way out. So she's not going to cling to the nice guy. She doesn't want the nice guy. Okay? She doesn't want the nice guy. This is why she had to discard Mr. Frick. So her whole speech, her whole story about blah, 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 guys are all trash, that's not about the nice guys. That's not about the Fricks of the world. That's not about the ex-fiancés. That's about the Chads. That's about, fucking all-American bad boy, Mr. Badass that she's chasing, Mr. Leather Jacket, fucking motorcycle riding Brad Pitts of the world that she's chasing. Right, she's chasing that alpha. She's chasing that Chad. Right, so, man, this is the truth, man. Women don't really want nice guy beta men, but they will settle when time comes. When they got nothing better, they will fall back on the safe, docile, domesticated, resource-driven man. Alpha fucks, beta bucks. But Tomi Lahren doesn't know that yet. She doesn't understand. And she thinks that she can turn an alpha into a beta, and it's not going to work. Because if she successfully does it, she won't be attracted to him anymore. This is why she laid out her rules. And the irony is, really, those rules will all go out the window when the super hot guy walks in the room. He'll do whatever, and she'll chase him, because this is just what it is. This is female nature, right? This is why hot guys don't give a fuck. And actually them not giving a fuck and doing whatever the hell they want and treating women however the hell they want actually makes them more attractive, ironically. So she can lay out all those rules about, oh, you need to do this and do that, jump through these hoops and those hoops, but it'll all go out the window when that super hot guy comes into her life. And the funny thing is, she wants it to go out the window. She does not want the guy to do that. This is female nature. This is how backwards they are. She does not want the guy to fulfill those lists. She wants the guy to break the rules. Oh, you broke all my rules, and that's why I love you. This is female nature, bro. This is what it is. This is female nature. Anyway, just want to make that video. Appreciate you guys listening. It's been Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.